Hello and welcome to our cottage refurb. Now you may remember from the other video, we've just started progress and the builders build team that we've got in are actually making fantastic progress, and that's one of the key things. Anyway, I want to take you inside to show you how much progress the builders have made within 2 weeks, which is good. I'm chuffed and pleased, and it goes to show what can be done. So the other good thing is, as we walk through, I'm going to show you some tips, okay, that is well worth looking out for, particularly when you're working with builders, because at the moment I'm impressed with what these builders are doing. They're clean, they're tidy, they're protecting things, although there's not a lot to protect inside because it's very old, but nevertheless they're doing a good job. So let's go inside. Okay, now already you can see it wasn't planned, but we put a new staircase in, okay? And all these black bits are protective covering on the staircase. So whilst they're going up and down in their muddy, dusty boots, okay, the stairs are being protected. And that is a good thing. I know lots of builders who don't bother to protect the stairs. They get dented, they get chipped. You only have to have a little stone in the tread of your trainers or your boots and it'll dent the stairs. They've even protected the newel post from dirty hands, because then it saves the decorators having to sand it down, get all the dirt off and so on. So it's positive thinking as far as the builders are concerned. Now the other good thing is they've also put in the stud work. There's not a lot of stud work going that has to be put on in this property, but nevertheless what I'm impressed is with, okay, they followed the spec. They've used 4x2 timbers, not 3x2 which are cheaper, 4x2. Very important to, you know, look out for these things, because builders will try and cut costs. They put noggins in. As you can see, this is one hell of a sturdy, you know, stud partition. They've constructed the doorway ready. They put everything in, and they used, and you know, good quality materials. They've obviously fitted the stair string to this post, so it's solid, good workmanship. It really is. As time goes on and you get into property investing, you'll pick up these type of things. You know, they've actually put a double timber on the head of the doorway. A lot of builders won't even do that. So it just goes to show where the strength is needed, they put it in without having to be told what they may have missed or need to do. So impressed with that. Everything else, as you can see, has been cleared out. The breeze blocks that they bought, yeah, they've stacked them neatly inside. They haven't left them out in the rain where they get soaking wet. The cement, everything's been brought in and it's neatly stacked, ready to be used. Very good. It's not on the highway, it's not upsetting the neighbours. They brought it in off the road. That's a good sign of quality builders. As you can see, the whole lot has been completely stripped out. Now this area here, I know it's a nice, well, it may not look it, but this could be turned into a lovely, nice vintage fireplace. But for us, we're taking it out. We're going to knock a big, huge hole here, so that we can see the garden. The garden's going to come into this room and it's going to be nice, light, fresh, nice view. The fireplace feature wall is going to go over there instead. So this is going to be a nice, cozy lounge where you will have a good view, watch the birds as well. Okay? Right, let's go over here. What we've done in this room is we've decided the old staircase had a partition wall here. We've decided to make the staircase partially open plan, and the reason for that is it makes this little room feel a bit bigger. We're going to have a glass banister going up the stairs, so when you come into the house, this will be your sort of the first focal point. So it's going to look bigger, it's going to feel bigger, feel more airy. There was a huge stone wall here. The builders have knocked it down already and they've got rid of the rubbish. It's gone. It's not stacked here. It's not stacked in the garden. They put it in a skip and it's gone. Nice clean site. And as you can see, this wall, one hell of a thick wall. You know, there's a lot of steel going to go in here. And what you find in old stone walls is that when you take it down, the outside of each wall is quite solid, but inside it's just full of loose rubble. So there's a lot of making good that has to be done there, and these things cost money. And as you can see on the other side, no, it's not a cave. We're not building our way in or digging our way in to find gold, but this is, as you can see, classic old cottage stone wall. it's relatively dry actually. So considering how old this property is, when we first took all of the plaster off, it was quite damp, but it was obviously superficial damp, so it's drying out nicely, which is a good sign. Lots of protective acros in place to stop the whole place falling down because they've knocked this stone wall out. I've seen builders, seriously, who haven't even used these type of supports. So again, I know I'm rambling on about builders, but you know, having a good builder is very important. Now, because we've stripped everything out, a good thing you can do, right, it's up to you. You can ask your builders to save all the old wiring, the old plumbing, the copper, and you could sell it as scrap to make a few extra bucks for yourself. Or if you wanted to, you could say to the builders, there you are, there's your beer money, an extra bonus for them. It's up to you, but it's always worth saving stuff like that, because believe it or not, that'll be worth a couple of £100 at the scrappy. So good tip there. Existing extension, as you can see, flat roof on there, lots of old signs of damp coming in, but as it happens, we're going to build an extension on the top out of timber. So it's a timber frame extension, which means it's going to be very light, so we don't have to update the foundations, okay, or upgrade them. That is something, if you are looking to build on top of an existing extension, sometimes you may have to do. But one thing I've noticed now that we've stripped this out, look, is it just goes to show, when you look up here, there's some rot going on, but see this timber here, that's only a 3x1, or yeah, 3x1 timber. That is classed as a wall plate. That is far too small for those joists or roof joists to be sitting on. That timber should be at least, I would say, 7 or 8x2 in thickness. So we may, well, not may, we are going to have to upgrade that somehow or other to add extra fixings, because that does not comply in any shape or form with current building regs. Now, sometimes you can leave things as they are if they were done years ago, but only if they're safe. Now, as far as we're concerned, that is not going to be safe, because we're building another extension on top. So that was an unforeseen. So the builder is well within his right to say, hey Roy, hey Lindsay, look, I'm going to have to charge you more for upgrading that, and they'd be well within their right to do so. Okay. And then this was the bathroom. And as you can see, this area is very damp. Probably because there was a lot of damp in the bathroom, no fan, so obviously the walls have absorbed it. But again, when we've knocked things out, look, and stripped all the plaster off, you can see we've got a lot of irregular shapes and bumps and humps in the wall here, so we're going to have to tidy all of this up. So all these little things, you know, they add up. But again, it's nice. What I love about stripping a property back to the bare stone or brickwork is that you can start fresh. Yes, you do uncover some things that are going to cost extra money, which is why it's important to have a contingency. But this is going to be the bathroom. No, it's not, sorry. It's going to be the utility room. So this downstairs area is going to be the utility room. Behind here is going to be the kitchen, open plan kitchen, which will come into the open plan dining room that we just walked in, because this wall is going to stay out. So it'll be nice and open, modern, fresh and airy. Let's go upstairs and see what we've done up there. So welcome to upstairs. Typical old cottage, yeah? None of this was here before, but as I said earlier, from downstairs, they put the nice stud work up. They've created 2 bedrooms up here, okay? This house is going to be 4 bedrooms because the double extension is going to be built out here. So we'll be taking some of this out, where you'll go into the double extension, where there'll be two more bedrooms and a bathroom. So it's going to be a lot bigger. But as you can see, it's quite quaint, isn't it? It's like an old barn, really. The roof, yeah, no felt on the existing roof. It's just slate. It's a wonder how it doesn't leak, or didn't leak over the years, but it's amazing how they constructed things years ago, and they're still standing, aren't they? One thing we have noticed, because we've stripped it back, is that we have got a lot of loose stone on the top of the walls. This is where what we call a wall plate level. So when we come to replace the roof, we're going to have to re-cement all the stonework back in and make it all good. Again, an unforeseen cost, but it's got to be done. So there's no two ways of getting about it, which is why I keep saying having a contingency fund is very important. We are going to put some steel in the roof to just strengthen it a little bit. So we're also going to have a bit of a dormer, not much of one, but there is going to be a dormer to create some extra height. So as you can see, simple stud work has gone up to create 2 bedrooms, but also we've got a little corridor here that is then going to take us with another doorway into the new extension. So can you see how when you strip a property back and take all the walls out, how you can reconfigure things? It really can transform a property from being a 2-bedroom into a 3-bedroom and into a 4-bedroom vice versa. So yeah, exciting stuff. The windows are in good condition. We were going to replace them for new windows, but we've decided with the extra cost that we've uncovered now, you know, the unforeseens, we're going to just polish the windows up, so to speak, and make them, you know, all lovey-dovey. We're going to change the handles. This one hasn't got a handle actually, so we'll put nice new modern handles on, and we'll polish these windows up and keep them as they are. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this update. Oh look, I've got to mention this, haven't I? Look at the old fireplace as well. Do you know what? It's amazing, isn't it, how they used to live years ago with fires in the bedroom and so on. Wake up in the morning full of sooty, snotty noses. But that's going to go. But look, I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to update you with a further update on progress very soon. So watch this space. I'll see you soon.